I met Pastor Hinn
nasinga n'omusoma Hinn
in 1983. You say what? He said, yeah. 1983. Some of you are not born. I'd been preaching a revival in the United States, and my going there was a miracle. So it went on Sunday night. They invited me to come and give a testimony in this wonderful church. And Pastor Don, an angel appeared on the platform. A woman in the wheelchair was. So people of God, you'll never be the same again. So we are talking about the outpouring of the Spirit. Now, I met Pastor Hinn in 1983. You say what? He said, yeah. 1983. Some of you are not born. I'd been preaching a revival in the United States, and my going there was a miracle. So it went on Sunday night. They invited me to come and give a testimony in this wonderful church. And Pastor Don. And what happened was an angel appeared on the platform. A woman in the wheelchair was completely healed. And they had just asked me to talk about Idi Amin and what the church went through. Just give a testimony. And the revival went the whole week, actually 2 weeks. But Friday evening, Friday night, they had scheduled Pastor Benny to come and speak. At that time, he was having a church in Orlando. So he came, young man with a back bush. So he came, checked in up with the part, put him in a hotel. So the pastor picked me up from where I was staying and drove me to a hotel to go to pick up Pastor Benny and bring him to preach. He was driving a Honda Accord. I still remember Pastor Benny was sitting behind and I was sitting in front. And so the pastor drove him to the church. And of course he ministered as he ministers. As he was preaching to the people, the church was about the church. And of course he ministered as he ministers. As he was preaching to the people, the church was about 5,000 people. And he went on preaching, prophesying, praying miracles, what was happening and things like that. And then they drove me back. I remained behind. And there were people whom he had not prayed for. So because we were in a revival, I prayed for them. Then they came back Sunday. Then we preached Sunday morning, Sunday, 2 services on Sunday, Sunday evening. And then Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, Saturday. Was it Saturday? Saturday I went to Luke Air Force Base. This is one of the biggest bases of the United States. It's Air Force. I thought I'd seen planes. I'd never seen planes like that. That Luke Air Force Base is bigger than Kampala City. Plus Wakiso District. Huge. And there are a lot of planes. It's what keeps the whole southern part of Mexico and all that areas. All kinds of planes were there, even other planes I could not see. So they had invited me to go to speak to their chaplaincy. And so they had come to the revival, and now they asked me to come and preach there. So I found myself in my 20s, 21, 2021, speaking to these thousands of American pilots, fighter pilots. 1983. Some of you are not even saved. So anyway, that was my first encounter. The second encounter was when I met him when he came to preach in the first crusade at Nambole. And we met at Entebbe Airport.
Ne tusinkana ku kisaawe ky'ennyonyi Entebbe.
The third one
Ogwokusatu
is when he came here to preach.
bwe yajja wano okubuulira.
Then I went preach for him and his partners. Then we became friends.
Ne tufuuka bamikwano.
People of God,
bantu ba Katonda.
God has to connect you to anointed people.
Katonda alina okuyunga ku bantu abaliko amafuta.
Some of you pastors who are listening to what I'm saying,
abamu ku basumba bampuliriza.
you are there, you are struggling in your ministry.
Obuweereza buzitoye.
I don't think I would be the same. I think if I had not met T.L. Osborne, I met T.L. Osborne in the right time. 1985. When he came to preach in Uganda. And he connected me to Benson Idahosa. John Osteen, the father of Joel Osteen. Kenneth Hagin. Connected me to Oral Roberts. Kenneth Copeland. R.W. Shambach. It's just, you need the anointed people. You, child of God. Maybe you are satisfied to be where you are. You see, there is the fasting and praying has been ordained to remove some things. As Jesus said, unless this kind cannot go away but by fasting and prayer, which means the other kind that go away without fasting and praying. But the anointing, of course, without faith,